Alrighty, let's see. We should be rocking now. All right, good morning, everybody. I am going to start off by opening up this Phantasmal Flames ETB. I already took the box off and everything, so we're just going to start out here. Let me know if you see anything good come out of this. So I'm also going to record this for my normal TikTok stream, or my normal TikTok regular pre-recorded videos. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to try to do this all at once. All right, so we have this Phantasmal Flames ETB. I already took off the wrapping and the box and everything, so we're going to open 3 of these packs at a time. Let's see how this goes. All right, so Swinub. Still looking for the gold Charizard out of this Phantasmal Flames. So Gligar, Bramblin, Empoleon EX. I guess we'll consider that a double rare hit. Let's open up our next one. I just opened up this new playmat behind me here. So this is from the Pokemon Legends ZA promo from Best Buy. Not sure if you could get this playmat any other way. Okay, we got a Haunter, we got a Suicune, and a Reshiram. All right, let's see what else we got here. Okay, let's see if we can get anything good. We have a Moltres, a Zigzagoon, and a Vileplume. All right, not much there in that first 3 packs, so we'll try again here. All right, so let's try these next 3 packs of Phantasmal Flames and see if we get anything good. All right. Toxel, Lotad. Lotad looks like an ashtray to me. I don't know if anybody else agrees, but Lotad, every time I see that Pokemon, I just think it's an ashtray. Ghastly, Wondrous Patch, and ooh, Mega Sharpedo Ultra Rare. Yeah. All right, so we got 1 hit there. Let's go on to the next pack. See what we get here. Come on, SIR of some kind, or Gold Charizard. Boltund, Bramblegast, Toxtricity. All right, let's open up another one here. Okay, Ludicolo, that's like the deluxe ashtray. Wondrous Patch. All right, we got Regular Dawn. Ooh, Ambipom Illustration Rare. That's a nice looking card. Let's see if this is looking decent on the back. Ooh, I might consider that one for grading. I'll look at it again later. All right, and that is it for those 3. All right, so we have the last 3 from this regular Phantasmal ETB here. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna open this up. And so far we got Mega Sharpedo, an Ambipom, and an Empoleon double rare as our hits. So hopefully we can get something a little bit better before the end of this ETB here. All right, we got Crocodile, Prinplup, and Megalopunny EX. So we got another double rare card at least. But really hoping that I can get that gold Charizard as like one of my main chase cards right now. I've gotten 2 Mega Charizard SIRs out of this set. One of them just came back a PSA 10. I posted that on my TikTok profile with a pretty funny meme, so feel free to check that out. Grimsley's Move, Darumaka, Arcaludon, and Flygon. All right, as I've said before, we're going to let Flygons be Flygons. And everybody that is watching my stream right now is going to block me. I get it. I would too. All right, last pack for this ETB, y'all. Let's see what happens. Okay, we have an Absol, a Cresselia, and a Moltres. All right, boo, we didn't get any SIRs in this one, but that is what it is. We'll open more packs here. All right, so I guess I'm going to open another ETB because I got a couple at MSRP the other day, and I am also using this to pre-record some content. So give me 1 second here. Let me clean up my desk, and then I will go grab another ETB to open. But first, I gotta throw my trash out, and I need to take a look at these cards, and we're gonna see if any of them are grade worthy. There's a little dent on this guy, if you can see it on the top corner there. It's hard to see on a camera there, but I can see it here. Mega Sharpedo, this is a pretty clean card. No whitening. So no whitening that I can tell, and it looks pretty centered, so I might submit that ultra rare. I've submitted to Ambipalms before, and it's fine. So is what it is. Let me go ahead and I will throw this in my sleeve. And then I will sleeve these EX cards later. I'm just gonna throw them off to the side here. And I will throw this guy in one of the penny sleeves that I use that has little grip. I basically just prep the ones that are grade worthy ahead of time, so I don't have to worry about them getting damaged. And my dog has something to say. All right, give me 1 second. I'm going to grab my other box here. Ow. And I just hit myself with my headphones. That was fun. All right, who's ready to open another one of these? I will open one more on stream today, and hopefully we get some kind of hit here. And then I will sort some Pokemon cards for a little while and chat with anybody that wants to chat on stream. I gotta do some more work after this. If you followed my channel or anything, I don't currently have a day job, but in lieu of that, I have co-founded a startup that I'm working on, and so that's a whole thing right now. But I'm excited because that's the kind of thing where co-founding something like that could be like, I don't have to work hard anymore money. And I would love to not have to work hard anymore. Or I'd love to open Pokemon cards in front of y'all as a career. Maybe someday. All right. Opened up that next ETB here. So let's go ahead and we're going to open up 3 at a time for my pre-recorded videos that I have my phone in front of me for. And then we'll open up all of these on the stream here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, we are back to open another ETB. So let's start. We'll do 3 at a time for my TikTok videos. And then I will stop my recording on my other phone and move on to the next 3 packs. So okay, we have Gloom, Grimsley's Move, and a Rotom EX. So we got a double rare hit in this first pack. Let's see if we can get better hits next time. Comment if you are off work today. I think it's Martin Luther King Day or something today. And I don't know. I couldn't even figure out it was Monday until I started paying attention. Daramaka, let's see, Duraludin, and Reshiram. All right, nothing in that second pack. third pack here. Let's go. Let's get something. Wish they had an illustration rare Jigglypuff in this Phantasmal set. Okay, we got Honchkrow, Smeargle, and ooh, this is a regular Mega Charizard, but it's worth about $5, and it's a nice looking card. I actually like the ultra rare version in this Phantasmal set. All right, let's open the next 3 from this Phantasmal ETB and see how we do. So, first ETB, we got no SIRs, we got a couple illustration rares and some double rares and stuff like that. So, let's see if this is better. Reshiram, Alchemy, and Toxtricity. All right. Hopefully this isn't one of those ETBs where every quote-unquote hit is just like a double rare card. All right, let's see what happens here. Flygon, Piloswine or Piloswine, and Ambipom. All right, nothing there again. Try one more pack. All right, come on, give me a hit in this one, please. Sableye, Wigglytuff, Suisoon. All right, no hits in that one. Boo. Alrighty, and we are going to try these last 3 packs from this ETB now, and hopefully we get a hit. We've gotten a Rotom, normal double rare, as well as a Mega Charizard double rare, so not great if those are the only hits. Then I probably should have kept it sealed. I'm not good at sorting cards as I rip. I would do very poorly with that. Charmeleon, Milcery, Toxtricity. But I like doing my live stream bulk sorting, and so I guess it's good that I don't sort my cards as I rip them, so I have more content that way. Look at that. This guy, you can't tell me this guy doesn't have an ashtray on his head. He looks like one of those like ashtrays from like a bar in the 90s. That's actually a good idea that it slows your rips down. I'm sure you're like me and you've had some of those days where you just go a little crazy and you have a bunch sealed product and then you're like, I'm going to rip all of this. And, you know, I record all of my rips or most of them. So I actually had to get a bigger iPhone with more storage because I ran out. Like, I actually ran out of storage from pre-recording videos. Fire Breather. Hey, look at the ashtray again. Zacian, Moltres. All right, we have one more pack to not get wrecked on this ETB, but whatever, I'm going to get wrecked. I know it. It's going to happen. I'm going to be sad. I think this is the last booster pack I'd be willing to open and that's in my house right now too. So I don't have any other sealed product right this second. I've been trying not to overbuy sealed product, especially over MSRP right now because I don't have a job, so I don't want to be in like a crippling amount of debt at the end of my unemployment here. Bronzong, come on, nothing. Like, we literally got these 2 cards out of the whole ETB. That is sad. Okay, well, yeah, last pack magic didn't work out for me this time, but it's fine. Let me go clean this up a little bit, and I want to take a look at a couple of these cards and see if I should submit anything for grading. And then I'm going to sort, like, the 8 billion cards I have here. I should probably stop my TikTok pre-recorded videos. I don't even know if I'm going to, like, post that second ETB anyways, because there are literally no hits, and I got so much other content I can post. Like if anybody asked me if I like ever like rig my videos so it shows more hits, I wouldn't say I rig any videos. What I do is sometimes I'll open an ETB and then just not post it because it was like so pathetically bad. And nobody wants to watch content where there's like freaking 10 packs or 9 packs and 0 hits at all. And I've had a couple ETBs like that where I'm like, you know what? This is just not worth posting. So yeah, on that note, the phone that is live streaming this is it's an old iPhone 13, and when I ran out of space in my iPhone 17, I pre-recorded a whole booster box opening for Phantasmal. I need to transfer those videos over because that's where I pulled the Mega Charizard SIR a little while back. Let's see, I'm just gonna throw these guys in some sleeves real quick. I just single sleeve my double rares, but my IRs and SIRs, anything that's not grade worthy, I generally do a side loading inner sleeve and then a outer sleeve. So let's see, one more of these guys. What am I doing? I got these over here. If anybody wants any of like these sleeves that come with ETBs, hit me up. I have like probably 5 or 6 sets of those for each ETB from the last like quarter or so. And yeah, I don't tend to use these when I play because I don't like the way that they shuffle. So if anybody wants these, I'm happy to mail them at some point. All right, let me get my desk cleared out here and see what... Wow, I can't do anything today. Oh God. All right. Let me move these cards over to my sorting piles. And then we're going to start some sorting. After I put this Ambipom in a double sleeve. Yeah, so this is side loaded in a Dragon Shield Perfect Fit side loading inner sleeve, and then just clear outer sleeve. That's what I generally do for my cards that I put in top loaders. All right, so here's my nice promo playmat here from the Pokemon ZA. I think it was the Best Buy promo when you bought the game. I bought the digital version of the game and they still mailed me this playmat for free, which I thought was cool. So give me a sec, I'm gonna go grab my sorting tray and then we're gonna sort some cards together. And I gotta raise my desk a bit. Okay, let me move my cameras around. Move this guy up a little bit. All right, that is good enough for now. Zoom it in a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let me move my mic up a little bit. There we go. Sorry about that. All right, let me grab my sorting tray. I'll be right back. You want to go outside, dog? Huh, let's go outside. Here we go. Alrighty, got my sorting tray out. Let me get this straightened out here. Sorry about my head in the camera view sometimes here. I'll try to avoid doing that. Let me lift this up a little bit more. Okay, so if you haven't seen me sort stuff yet, this is the BCW Safe Sort Tray. This thing is awesome for sorting things really quickly. I have not found a better solution, and my only complaints are that this tray is a little too skinny to cover all of the different energy or all the different type Pokemon. And so generally I can't fit like the electric holofoils or any of the dragon type Pokemon in the way I have this set up. And you'll see what I mean in a minute here. So what do? I sort by color, and I don't sort by set right now. I'm just sorting by color and like rarity type. So this is a reverse holo. This will go up there. This one goes up here. My trainer cards go on the bottom because I don't have a place for them right now. I think this goes there. And fighting, fire, water, yes. Energy goes down here. This is just how I like to do it. I found this works well for my sorting needs, but like I said, it would be nice if I had a little bit more, one more row and like one or two more columns to do the sorting the way that I like to do it here. So supporter, got, these are the hardest cards to tell if they're reverse holos, or the darkness ones from Mega Evolution and Phantasmal. So yeah, this is how this sorting goes. Is just you can, it's left or right-handed, so it doesn't matter what way you sort these. Put that EX card over there. And let's see, this item. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Pokopia game. I haven't pre-ordered it or anything yet because I got laid off right as that pre-order dropped, but I expect to have a job by like the next week or two. So once I have a job again, I'm gonna pre-order it. Although I kind of wish I could just do like social media full time or something. Maybe someday if I keep growing my channel at this pace. Because you know what? After not having to work for the past month or so, I kind of don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to go back. Oops, wrong one. Panseer Pokeball. Throw that in the corner. Yeah, but I like this tray a lot because I can cruise through sorting a ton of cards really quickly. Put that energy there. Sorry, my head keeps getting in here. I am going to try to raise this thing up a little bit more and see if that helps. Yeah, I guess that helped a little. Let's see. Item. Gotta move these down a little bit. Let's see. Thanks to all that are joining. Hope that this is some nice like ASMR type content for y'all. I like doing it, at least. Move this stuff around. Is that a Pokeball? No. That goes here. Let's see what else we got here. What are we in? Twilight Masquerade. When did I open Twilight Masquerade last? I feel like it's been a while. Oh, I think I opened an ETB that was in my sealed storage that I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to open this. I'm really bad at keeping things sealed. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really bad at it. I've pretty much decided that I only keep Pokemon Center ETB sealed because that's the only thing that I can justify keeping sealed. Everything else I'm like, there's gonna be a hit in there, and then I open it and there's like literally nothing. So good times. 5,000. Oh my god. Oh, I see. So not mixed sets, but each. Gotcha. Yeah, I try to keep some booster boxes sealed, and then Pokemon Center ETBs, but like booster bundles, stuff like that, I'm just going to open them. I tried to like hang on to a handful of like prismatic booster bundles. Nope. I opened them. I got no hits, and I guess I've learned my lesson with prismatic. I should probably just keep that one sealed. But in my brain, every time I think about it, I'm like, there's gonna be a god pack in the one that I keep sealed, and so then it doesn't stay sealed. But hey, like nothing would bother me more than if I sold like a booster bundle like to somebody random and they message me and they're like, I got the god pack for prismatic. I would like, oh my god, I've opened so much of that set I'd probably cry. All one piece together but mix sets. Yeah, so I do that. I mix my sets like this. Like I don't really I have a bunch of like BCW cardboard storage boxes, so I just throw everything in there and I label it by quarter, and then I have kind of a list of history of what I know I opened in each quarter that I've opened cards. I'm gonna regret it someday when I'm looking for a very specific card from a specific set, I'm gonna guess, but it's just too difficult with how much different or how many different Pokemon card sets I'll open at the same time. Oh, it did? Yeah, I was a little worried about it, but when my buddy asked me for, I think he was looking for Pheasantipides, I knew they were going to be hollows, and I knew like what box that I would have put those hollows in, because at least they're like a certain color or a certain type. So it wasn't too bad, but yeah, one day I'm going to be like looking for a specific trainer card, and those are probably the worst for me, is my trainer cards aren't like alphabetized, they're just like in a box with all the other trainer cards. Reverse hollow. Does anybody on here sleeve all of their reverse hollows and regular hollows? I stopped doing it because I pull so many of them, but I'm curious to see if people like consistently do that with all of theirs. I feel like there's like a business opportunity out there for somebody to make like a fully automated card sorting system that integrates with like Collector or one of these apps out there. Like you just put it in a hopper and it just processes it like a mail sorting tool would. Like with AI these days, it feels like that's possible, that we could have one of those in the near future. Do they have them? I bet they're crazy expensive. I'm trying to, I've been like on the Discord for the Collector app. I'm trying to get them to adopt the same technology that ManaBox uses, where ManaBox has set all of the Magic the Gathering cards as just text in a database that sits on your phone. And what the benefit of that is that it can optical character recognize the same text on a card when it uses the phone camera. So that's why ManaBox scans without having to press any like virtual buttons. And I need Collector to adopt that. I talked to their product manager, who said their concern is how much space it requires on your phone, like locally. I'm fine with that. I told them, like, make it an optional thing and allow people to add specific card sets, and even just a set of cards, like say Phantasmal Flames, to auto scan and save that data locally. I would really appreciate if Collector did that, because I overall like their app. I think their app does really well with like the stock portfolio style stuff. You can obviously track all your cards from all your different trading card sets, and so like overall the idea for Collector is great. I think most of their app is good, but their scanning tool is probably like, it's so bad. But I'll keep using it. I told them that I would seriously not, or consider not paying for Pro anymore unless they make that change. So they have a few more months. I think I signed up for it in like July. And yeah, it really is the worst though. Like I'm not happy with that. But that being said, like TCG Player, like Rare Candy, all of the scanning tools are pretty trash. The only one that is halfway decent seems to be the ManaBox one. I also asked the ManaBox people if they could just make an app for Pokemon or like add that to their app, and they're basically like, nah. But that's fine. I'm a beta tester for ManaBox, so I have been testing out their cloud database stuff for the past like 6 months. It works fine now. Oh my god, you manually entered your whole collection. That sounds. Did you even do like common cards, like master set kind of stuff, or did you just manually enter like the cards that are actually valuable? Because if you had to enter every single card you own, then I feel so bad for you. I stopped entering anything below like a dollar value. Okay, yeah, EX or higher. That's what I've been doing, and honestly, I've been manually typing them in when I open packs lately, um, because their scanning sucks so bad. I have this whole pile right here that I'm gonna try to put through the card slinger later, but it gets it wrong like 50% of the time. At least with Mana Box, you can filter it to only search through like whatever sets that you want, and you don't have to sit there and like then have to redo things when it matches some obscure card that you would have never tried to scan. But yeah, sometimes it bothers me because then the way I do my tracking these days, I don't like enter my like common or uncommon cards. But it also means that then all my sets look like they're incomplete. And I'm like, I know I have all those other cards. I'm just not going to sit here and try to mark them down. So, yeah. Somebody needs to solve like the personal scanning utility thing. That person, I would say they'd be rich, but it's probably not. It's probably something that's like going to end up an open source kind of tool. But yeah, I greatly prefer doing this sorting in this tray over just stacking cards on my desk. Every time I've done that, the stacks get tall enough where they start to topple over, and then I have to like redo everything. Oh, okay, they were organized numerically. That helps. Mine would have been a disaster if I had to go back and enter them all later. What I ended up doing was deleting all of my Magic the Gathering cards out of Collector and just using Mana Box for that. And then I use Collector for Lorcana and Pokemon and stuff. Speaking of Lorcana, since I see you're a Lorcana fan too, I opened up a Fabled pack the other day and I pulled the enchanted version of Powerline. And it was in real good shape, so I don't know if they're worth getting graded, but it seemed like an enchanted level card was worth getting graded, so I sent it to PSA. Item. Okay, I am almost done with the stacks that I want to do today. Let me go and finish up a couple of these stacks here, and then I gotta go take all of this bulk and put it into my other containers and start filing it away. Overall, I also like doing the sorting this way because I'm newer again to Pokemon. I've started collecting again, like I want to say like August or September of last year. And the last time I'd collected Pokemon cards was like the early 2000s. So a lot of these newer Pokemon I don't know very well the names of or anything. So seeing them over and over helps me like remember what kind of Pokemon they are and etc. Because there's a lot more than there was when I was a kid. But I do like a lot of the new Pokemon, honestly. Especially Lechonk. I think Lechonk is probably my favorite like new Pokemon that wasn't around when I was a kid. There we go. I still need a regular hollow colorless card so that I can fill my whole tray. Yeah, Lorcana's okay. I like the art. My fiance is like a huge Disney nerd. Like she's got like a full Little Mermaid tattoo sleeve and stuff like that. So she really likes Lorcana, and so I mostly have bought packs for her to open. But yeah, overall, we played the game a couple times. It's an interesting game. The way I would describe it myself, based on playing it a few times, is that it feels almost like if Pokemon and Magic the Gathering combined, and then you played the rules of both in one game, is I guess how I would describe it. It's easier and faster than Magic, but a little slower and more technical than Pokemon, I think. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I don't know. I've felt like as I've gotten older, I have gotten less and less patience for like tabletop trading card games. I've played Pokemon during Phantasmal pre-release a couple months ago, and I had a lot of fun doing that. But I feel like that's the most complex game that I'd be willing to play these days. Now collecting, though, that's a whole different thing. I thoroughly enjoy collecting. I enjoy sorting. There we go. I finally filled my tray. Yeah, I don't know. I've always been big into collecting. I've always been big into like the process of it and sleeving cards and then putting them in a binder. It's always just been something I've enjoyed doing ever since I was a little kid. And I've always taken good care of my stuff, so... Nice. Yeah, I've heard people like opening Lorcana more than playing it because the card art is so good. And there's so many different like things you can reference, especially if you have kids, or a fiance that has watched every Disney movie like 8 million times, like mine has. We don't have kids, but let's be honest, we're both pretty giant kids at this point. As I stand here and sort my Pokemon cards, and don't have a job, so yeah, I'm totally a kid right now. It's actually pretty great. Let's see. We got almost to the end here. Yeah, if it wasn't for this whole, wanting to buy more, like more booster packs, I would totally be like, I don't want to do the jobs I used to do anymore. Working in tech has become very stressful the last decade, and it's just not a good time like it was when tech was different. So I don't know. I'm hoping that I can keep growing this social media stuff and see what happens there, like I said earlier, because if there's even a remote chance that I could make enough money to do this like mostly full time, I would 100% do that. We've met some people through my fiance's work here in Vegas that are very wealthy car enthusiasts, so I'm a big car fan, so I'm kind of hoping that they'll let me fly out to where they live and make some car content, because these people literally have, like, I want to say 15 supercars in their garage, so that would be amazing if they would let me do some review videos on those someday. And that's the kind of stuff that you can get real easy into, like, influencer level followers on YouTube for. But as I mentioned, if anybody hasn't watched this stream before, some of my other plans for social media content is going to be some longer form stuff like this, but like more like pre-recorded videos on YouTube. So I want to do a very specific video about the racketeering going on in the trading card world, because if you really, really think about it, and you think about what is happening, these bots that the scalpers use to buy all the product before us normal people can get it are the same accounts that are then posting those products on these big box retailer websites as in the third-party marketplace for scalper prices. And let's just think about the fact that a site like Amazon let somebody, as a scalper, buy those products at MSRP, and then they also let that same scalper resell them back on Amazon as a third-party reseller above MSRP. And guess who makes more money when that happens? Amazon does. So I'm working on a longer form video on YouTube, and then I'm going to edit it into a short for TikTok and Instagram and stuff on the fact that that's total BS, and that seems like it's the same thing as price fixing and racketeering, and I don't know. There seems like there should be something illegal about what's going on there. The only concern I have, though, is if enough people watch that and are enraged, and Amazon and Walmart and all these places make changes, what does that do to the prices of the cards that we already have as us collectors? Like, does my Mega Charizard SIR that just came back a PSA 10 go from being worth $1,900 right now to being worth $1,200? Does it shift the value of cards further down because booster packs are easier to get, open, and acquire? Because the other part of that is, if you think about it, the fact that there's artificial scarcity from all these people scalping products and then holding onto the sealed product means that the rate or the number of cards out there for like really rare cards or SIRs and stuff that are chase cards is eventually the population's going to go up. So it's a catch-22. Like, you can be a collector and hate these scalpers, but if you think about it economically, there's a very large chance that the scalpers are propping up these ridiculous values of the graded and individual raw cards. So yeah, that's my spiel. I'm going to be posting a long-form video on that, and hopefully I don't get roasted by the community if it causes any like backlash and places like Amazon to change their policies. Because the other thing is, we know all of these retailers can issue a per user limit on a specific product listing. I've literally seen Amazon do it before when I sold my Amazon Pokemon card product that they're working, I'm guessing, with the Pokemon company to sell at MSRP is up for sale. They'll say, oh, limit 1 per user. So why aren't they limiting it to like between 1 and 3 per user all the time? I don't know. Smells fishy to me. I don't trust it. Yeah. The rip and ship, like, I was considering being like a whatnot seller, because you can make pretty good money doing it if you have a decent following on some of your socials. I don't want to do it. I like legitimately just don't want to do that. That is not how I want to make money in this hobby. How I make money in this hobby is a combo of growing this social media following, so I hopefully get some more like reduced price or free product in the future, but also then I grade a bunch of cards. I have like 200 cards with PSA right now, and gonna totally be seeing how much I profit off those, because even if I get like a 60 to 70% gem mint rate, I submit everything in bulk, and so yeah, I did the math. Like, if my average card value comes back as like from my PSA 10 rate, my average card value ends up about 125 to 150. I am going to walk away with like $25,000 to $30,000 worth of cards in the next 6 months. So that is wild. I definitely didn't spend that much opening all those cards. And so, yeah, you can profit off it. You can't make it into a full-time business, I don't think, unless you do it at scale. And you're like, my next thing is I'm going to go to card shows. I'm going to record videos of me buying singles and stuff and getting them graded. There's definitely like stuff you can find in the wild that somebody else hasn't graded yet that should be PSA 10. So that's like my next big thing, is just hunting for cards that I want to get graded. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see where this hobby goes, but I'm glad I got back into it. It's helped me grow my social media and stuff like that a lot, so I'm enjoying it. But anyways, I'm going to sign off for now. I got to do some work on a side project that I'm working on with some buddies of mine, and then I need to put all these cards away and get ready for my next live stream. I'm probably going to do some gaming next. So thanks all for watching. Appreciate y'all. And until next time, I'll be doing more of these streams as I get some more cards to sort and open. All right, later, y'all.